Hello aspirants, today I am going to tell you a story about a prince approximately 2500 years ago. The prince, despite getting all the facilities of life, despite getting all the royal luxuries, he decided to leave everything behind and embark on a journey. The journey that changed the picture of the entire world. And later on, this prince, was known as Light of Asia. Now, I guess you might be getting an idea about whom we are talking. We are talking about none other than Gautama Buddha. Hi, aspirants. My name is Sonar, and today we are going to discuss the important aspects about Lord Buddha and Buddhism. So, without any further delay, moving to the first slide. Basically, friends, he was not known as Gautama Buddha in his earlier age. He was a prince born to the Shakya clan leader of Suddhodana, and the name of his mother was Mahamaya. It was believed that during his birth, Mahamaya died, and later on, his maternal aunt, Gautami Prajapati, brought him up. So that is why the name Gautama was given to him, to Siddhartha. Later on, he was married to Yashodhara and had a son named Rahul. At the age of 29, despite getting all the amenities of life, all the luxuries, he had everything. But he decided to leave everything behind and embark on a journey of enlightenment and wisdom. This idea came to his mind when he saw four different forms of life, and these four different forms of life were an old man, a sick man, a corpse, and an ascetic. And when I'm saying an ascetic, it means the person who has renounced every physical form of comfort. Those persons or any materialistic comforts. So those persons are known as ascetic. So later on, he embarked on a journey for enlightenment and wisdom. Moving to the next slide, friends. The journey was not easy. He moved to many places. He suffered a lot, and after several years, he was able to attain enlightenment near the Uruvela, sitting under a peepal tree near the river banks of Niranjana river. So this tree later on came to be known as Bodhi tree, and the place became to be known as Bodh Gaya, which is in present day Bihar. Apart from that, he gave the first sermon. Later on in Kushinagar, he died. So all these incidents of Buddha's life have some sort of symbol. I am going to discuss every symbol and every term associated with Buddha's life. So the first symbol, friends, the first symbol is the symbol of lotus. The first symbol is the symbol of lotus, and this lotus symbol is related to the birth of Buddha. This lotus symbol is related to the birth of Buddha. Later on, when he embarked on the journey for enlightenment and wisdom, this is known as Mahavinishkarmana, or the great departure, and the symbol associated with this Mahavinishkarmana or the great departure is horse. So horse is the symbol of Mahavinishkarmana or great departure. Friends, again, when he was able to attain the enlightenment, under the Bodhi tree, this term was known as Nirvana, and the symbol associated with Nirvana is the tree, basically the Bodhi tree. Friends, you can observe that the hair of Gautama Buddha, in some of the pictographic depictions, it is curly. Basically, it is not curly. It is the sacrifice of snails. The snails sacrificed their lives in order to protect Gautama Buddha from heat stroke, since he was under deep thought, under deep meditation in order to attain the enlightenment, and in order to protect him from the heat stroke, the snails sacrificed their lives. So this term is known as nirvana, and the symbol associated with nirvana is tree, basically Bodhi tree. Bodhi tree is the symbol of nirvana. Basically, moving to the next event of Gautam Buddha's life, this is known as Dharma Chakra Pravartana, or the sermon when he gave the first sermon in Sarnath near Varanasi. And the symbol associated with the Dharma Chakra Pravartana is wheel. And this symbol is when he had given the first sermon, his first sermon after his enlightenment. Moving to the next slide, we are having the time when Gautam Buddha passed away. And this is known as Mahaparinirvana. Mahaparinirvana. He died in Kushinagar. And the term associated with his death is known as Mahaparinirvana. And the symbol is stupa. Sanchi stupa. Basically, this was all about the various events and the symbols of Gautam Buddha's life. Later on, we are going to discuss one more important aspect about the Buddhism. That is the 4 important Buddhist councils. There were 4 Buddhist councils, and these are very important in examination perspective. So without any further delay, I'm going to discuss the 4 Buddhist council. The first Buddhist council was in the year 400 BC. The first Buddhist council was in the year 400 BC, and it was near the Rajgriha. Every Buddhist council was patronized by a ruler, and this time it was under the patronage of King Ajatashatru, and every Buddhist council was also presided by a Buddhist monk. And the first Buddhist council was presided by monk Mahakashyapa. Now I'm going to give you a shortcut trick how you can remember the important aspects, that are the place, name of the place, the king, and the monk. So 400 BC, can we say Ram? Ram, it is very common name, is not it? So R for Rajgriha, that is the name of the place. A for Ajatashatru, that is the name of the king. And M for Mahakashyapa, that is the name of the monk. So friends, one more important aspect about the first Buddhist council is that teachings of Buddha, that is the Sutta Pitaka and Vinaya Pitaka, were recited or compiled by Ananda and Upali. So again, I'm going to give you one more shortcut trick for that, is that Vinaya Pitaka. Vinaya Pitaka by Upali, VPU. Can we say very powerful universe? Can we say very powerful universe? Yes. If I say very powerful universe and relate it with the Buddhist text, that is Vinaya Pitaka by Upali and Sutta Pitaka by Ananda. SPA, spa. Friends, all of you know the meaning of spa, is not it? Hair spa, where you get certain kinds of haircuts, whatever you like, is not it? So this is the shortcut trick how you can remember the 2 Buddhist literatures of the first Buddhist council. Moving to the next Buddhist councils, we are having the second Buddhist council, and this Buddhist council took place in the year 383 BC, and this was held in Vaishali under the patronage of Kalashoka, and the Buddhist council was presided over the Buddhist monk Sabakami. Again, I'm going to give you a trick. VKS. All of you must have heard of Vix Vepuram. We can relate like this. So V for Vaishali, K for Kalashoka, S for Sabakami. So this was about the place, about the king, and who presided the second Buddhist councils. Moving to the next slide, we are having the third Buddhist council, and this was held in the region Patliputra, and the king under whose patronage it was held was Asoka, and the Buddhist monk was none other than Mogliputta Tissa. Mogliputta Tissa. So we can relate in such a manner. The name of the place is Patliputra, king was Asoka, and monk was Mogliputta Tissa. In order to learn, we can just add one S. Okay, we can add one S, spam. Spam is all about the third Buddhist council, where S is added in order to make it easy. Pam is for Patliputra, P is for Patliputra, A is for Ashoka, and M is for Mogliputta Tissa. Now, in the third Buddhist council, one more Buddhist text, that is the Abhidhamma Pitaka, was compiled by none other than Mogliputta Tissa. Remember, friends, all the Buddhist literature were compiled in the language Pali. Remember, be it Sutta Pitaka, Vinaya Pitaka, or Abhidhamma Pitaka, all of them were written in the language Pali, not in Sanskrit. So, moving to the next and the last Buddhist council, that is the fourth Buddhist council, and it was held in the years 72 AD. 72 AD, and it was held in Kashmir under the patronage of Kanishka, and it was presided over Vasumitra and Ashwagosha. So again, I'm going to give you a trick. KKV or A. KKV schools. Sometimes we heard KKV schools, is not it? So like this way we can relate, where K is for Kashmir, K is for Kalashoka, V is for Vasumitra, and Ashwagosha. Those were the Buddhist monks. One of the most important aspect about the fourth Buddhist council is that the divisions of two sects of Buddhism. One is Hinayana and the other one is Mahayana. Don't worry, I'm going to tell you about the Hinayana and Mahayana as well. So, what are Hinayana and Mahayana sects of Buddhism? Friends, in this picture you can see there is a difference in Hinayana and Mahayana. So, the basic difference I'm going to tell you about the Hinayana and Mahayana. In Hinayana Buddhism, Buddha is considered as a human being. Buddha is considered as a human. Whereas in Mahayana Buddhism, Buddha is considered as a god. And various countries, they follow different kinds of Buddhism, whereas Mahayana Buddhism is found in China, South Korea, Japan, and Tibet, whereas Hinayana Buddhism is followed in Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, etc. And scriptures of Mahayana Buddhism is written in Sanskrit, whereas scriptures of Hinayana are written in Pali. So this was all about the Hinayana and Mahayana Buddhism. Again, I am going to discuss one more important aspect of Buddhism, that is the Eightfold Paths. That is the Eightfold Paths. And these Eightfold Paths of Buddhism are nothing but right view. To have right view in every aspect of life. Have right intentions for everyone in this universe, be it human or be it animal. To have right speech, that is that we must not hurt anyone with our speech. We must have right actions. Our actions must justify. Our actions should have always been done for the welfare of the society, for the welfare of the people. Right livelihood. Livelihood is that we must not do anything unethical. We must do something ethical in order to earn, in order to have our livelihood. We must put right efforts in right direction, that is for the development of ourselves. We must have right concentration. We must concentrate about good things, not bad. And we must have right mindfulness. And when I'm saying right mindfulness, it means we must be aware we must be self-aware. Is not it? So that is the Eightfold Paths of Buddhism. So again, there is one more thing in Buddhism that is very important. That is the three jewels of Buddhism. And the three jewels in Buddhism is Buddha, Sangha and Dharma. Buddha, you all know about Buddha. So far we have discussed. Sangha is the community and Dhamma, the teachings of Buddha. These are the three jewels of Buddhism. Friends, this was all for today. If you want to learn more such interesting topics regarding history, art and culture, polity, science, etc., stay connected with Edufy. And if you want the PPT or PDF of this class, join the Telegram link given below in the description.